I'm Deep Mahaman and you're watching the Redmen TV.
Yeah, so we'll move on. Liverpool have 2 games coming up over this festive period, which has thrown our scheduling up in the air, which is amazing for everyone else but me. So let's talk about Fulham first. Chris, we need to bounce back big time.
Yes, we do. We need a win.
Are you sure? Because you seem to take a little bit of time over that.
We've just spoken for an hour about how bad it was against Aston Villa, and we need something else to talk about on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Not just how bad Liverpool have been and the presents. Yeah. You just want a little win, don't we? Come on, that's all we need.
No, you're right. Dad, this is the thing, isn't it? Is that we were talking about on part 1 of the subscriber show. If you joined us on YouTube, again, welcome. It was good fun. It was a little bit dour at times, but I think we managed to put a positive spin. Anyway, this is the thing. We talk about this idea that after every defeat, the sky falls. You know, and we have to live with this black cloud hovering over our heads, as Chris was. We need to, because of this and because of the precarious position we've put ourselves in with our slow start, we definitely need to get back to winning ways.
Well, we've been moving that way gradually, as we said in the first part, getting better and better as the season's gone on. We put a couple of back-to-back wins at Anfield, and then suddenly, as you say, the sky falls in and we get beat by Villa. But I'm fully expecting us to just go back to where we were before that, you know, and beat Fulham.
Yeah.
You know, and I expect us to beat them. I don't know who's going to score the goals, but we're going to beat them.
Yeah. James, I think that obviously we do need to get back. And what we've talked at length is that the genuine belief is that Villa was a bad day at the office, as Brendan Rodgers himself put it. Do you, given that Aston Villa came and parked the bus, we've discussed about this and how we always seem to struggle against those sort of sides. Do you think Fulham are going to be the kind of side to do that, or do you think they're going to come and try and play a bit of footy?
I think they try and play a bit of football, do Fulham. They're pretty solid, they're fairly solid defensively, but they've got players. I mean, it's hard not to talk about Berbatov, he is a massive talent, but they're quite exciting going forward. I think it'll be a much more open game than the Villa game.
Yeah.
But I will say, if we do lose, it's not the end of the world.
Although it will feel like it.
It will feel like it, but it will not be the end of the world.
No.
Worst case, we'll still only be 10 points off 4th.
I think that's everyone else loses. I
don't know. I think they have got a pretty leaky defence. I think they're a bit of a Jekyll and Hyde side because they've scored more goals than everyone, but I've got it wrote down here, bear with me. United, City, Arsenal and Tottenham.
Wow.
But they've actually the only teams that have conceded more are the bottom 4. Southampton,
I didn't realise that.
Reading, yeah.
Wow, check you out. Very good stats.
Yeah,
Very good stats. I've got a few Fulham stats. Nowhere near as impressive as that. Anyway, yes, the last time out, they lost 2-1 to QPR at Loftus Road. They're currently 13th in the Premier League, and their form is as follows: loss, draw, loss, win, loss. In our favour, hopefully. Away form, 3 draws, a defeat, a draw, and a defeat. So, away from home, not quite the side that they are at Craven Cottage, but then again, I suppose that's more or less unilaterally true across the board. Apart from us, actually, we're going to come on to discuss Liverpool's away form in when we talk about Stoke briefly in a minute. But anyway, less of that. James, you touched on Dimitar Berbatov. Interesting player. Chris, though, would you have had a punt on Berbatov in the summer if you were Liverpool?
Probably not, no. Although, having said that, if we weren't going to sign anybody, then I'd rather have had Dimitar.
This is your argument for quite a lot of players. But basically, it's your really diplomatic way of saying, I think he's shit, Paul, but you know what I mean?
No one else was available.
If everybody else, if all the other strikers were dead,
but we didn't sign anyone, so Dimitar Berbatov would have been fine.
Yeah, James, what about you? I mean, you said himself, he's a special talent.
He is a big talent, but he wouldn't fit into what we want to do at all. He really wouldn't. Yeah, I don't think. He's got this tag.
He's lazy.
He's got this tag of being lazy, and I can see where people get it from. I can see it. He doesn't run a lot, and he's a bit selfish, and he's a bit old, and I don't think he would fit in to us.
Dad, did you any
Well, if
counterpoints?
we'd signed him, I'd have thought, oh, well, all right, yeah, he's okay. He can score goals and he's got ability and he'd be good to watch. But I wouldn't personally have wanted us to buy him or gone out looking for him.
He's not the kind of player you'd have targeted, but he's the kind of player you wouldn't have been upset
He
if we
scored
bought.
3 against us for United, would have targeted him then.
Then, yeah. Well, my point on it is that, well, in fact, because we got some stats that sort of counterpoint this, but I'll say it first. I consider him more a number 10 than a number 9, and I think given the system we play, I think he'd be quite a useful player to have had in that sort of system.
Unlock the defences type
Yeah,
of player.
exactly. He's a good target man, but not in the traditional sense. He's similar to Couch in that sort of way, is that he's not like a big, burly target man. You can pin the ball to him.
His touch is amazing.
His touch
isn't
is
it?
fantastic. But so I think of number 10, but the stats, his goals this season don't back that up at all, do they?
No, and throughout his career as well. But this season he scored 5 goals. Every one of them has been in the penalty box. 2 of which obviously were penalties. But actually on the Premier League website, you can click on Berbatov and see this sort of graphic with where he scores. He hasn't scored anything from outside the area. 1 from in the 6-yard box and 4 from between the 6-yard box and the edge of the 18. So it sort of says to me he's a bit of a goal hanger, to be honest with you. A bit of an old school goal hanger.
And if you're 3-0 down against Aston Villa and Berbatov is lazily strolling around in the middle of their half tonight, I would be fucking livid.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, you would be.
For God's sake! Why has he even got pockets? Why has he got pockets? The only Premier League player with pockets. Get your hands on your pockets.
He's a bit patchy. Yeah, he's patchy, isn't he, though, Berbatov? He always has been.
Exactly that, actually.
And
On his day.
He scored 12 times. Sorry, he's played 12 games.
If you're about to step on my stats here, don't step on my stats.
He's started 12 games, but he's only scored in 3. Because he's got 2 braces, hasn't he, and one of the goals. So
you've basically just run roughshod all over me stats there. What does the graphic for that look like, Chris?
this.
There is no graphic for that. Dimitar Berbatov has started 12 games, 1 substitute appearance. He's made 3 assists. He's created a grand total of 28 chances, including assists, and 4 clear-cut chances. He scored 5 goals on 30 shots, shooting accuracy of 53%, chance conversion of 17%, and a clear-cut chance conversion of 50%. Decent player for a team, particularly a team at Fulham's sort of level, I suppose. No, I like him. He's a talented, as you say.
Would you have bought him?
Yeah. I think, considering we got rid of... look, I think the whole Dempsey thing has skewed people's perspective of the players that we should be buying, or whatever, because that notion that he was too much money for the age he was, or whatever. But we got rid of Craig Bellamy, Maxi Rodriguez, and Dirk Kuyt, and replaced them with nothing. Fabio Borini, by all accounts, a little bit of experience up front, and what Dimitar Berbatov is, he's international class, if nothing else. And he's the kind of player that if you put him in a big game, he'll score for you, because he's not arsed that it's a big game. It's just that you maybe have to carry him through the games, the cold, wet, windy nights away at Stoke or whatever.
What a cliche that is, fucking hell. He's a good player, but can he play on a Wednesday night away against Stoke in the rain?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Someone throwing the gauntlet down to Messi. I love that though. You've scored more goals than anyone ever in a calendar year, but could you do it at Stoke? Of course you fucking could. You know what I mean? You think Robert Hoot's going to stop him?
Only by standing on it.
Only by standing. Could he? You know what I mean? Could he is the question. Anyway, we had a lot of Stoke chat in the last couple of weeks. I don't know why it goes that way. We'll be talking about Stoke again in a minute. So yes, fundamentally, we're gonna try and keep this brief with 2 matches to talk about this week. Chris, how do you think Liverpool are going to line up against Fulham this weekend?
I'm sorry, Paul, I've actually changed the question. I have gone with...
I'm not sure we give you authority to do that, but come on, let's see where it goes.
Rather than how I think we're going to line up, because I think it's going to be pretty similar to how it has been already, I'm going to give you what I would like as a lineup.
Okay, that's
I don't think it's going to happen, but if Wisdom's fit, I'd like Wisdom right back again.
Hang on 2 seconds. If you prepare to disagree with what Chris has got to say, get ready to type and leave your comments in the comment section or tweet us at the Redmen TV. Anyway, carry on.
Okay, Rayner in goal. If Wisdom's fit, I'd like him at right back. Skrtel, Johnson back to left back. Lucas, Henderson, Shelvey as the centre three, Gerrard on the right, Sousa on the left, and Suarez up front. I would like to see.
Very interesting. I think I agree. I don't think there's a cat and hell's chance we're going to see anything. Oh, well, yeah, that's a small consolation. I would love to see that side. However, yeah, I think you're right. I don't think we've got a single chance in hell. But given that Brendan Rodgers has already said that Sterling needs a rest, I wouldn't be surprised to see that he doesn't figure at least in the starting 11 in this game. Dad, James, anyone want to throw a counterpoint in? Any difference?
I think that what is significant, as you said, is that Rodgers has said he thinks a couple of his players are run on empty.
A bit jaded.
And that may well mean that he brings people in who, I don't know. I mean, again, Asadi and Shaheen don't even seem to be in the squad anymore.
No, yeah.
But Asadi certainly, I'd like to see him given a bit of a run, down the left wing.
There's an
I
argument.
like Suso, so I wouldn't mind seeing him have a go. And I like him coming in off the right.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, James, there's an argument to be made with the likes of Asadi and Shaheen. If they can't do it at home against Fulham, then they're never going to be able to do it.
I don't know if there's something that we don't know about. Something's gone on, or
yeah, I did speculate. As I said, I speculated on the subscriber show that at least one of them's had a pass at Rodgers' daughter. We've all
had a pass at Rodgers' daughter. Be fair.
Is that something you'd want to see?
Can we just have an age check on Rodgers' daughter before we carry this on any further?
We'll see the headlines of the Daily Mail tomorrow already.
Hollyoaks actor
makes pedo claim.
Amazing. Anyway, yeah. So
I'd love to see Asadi, Sahin. I'd love to see them. We pay money for them. They can't be that shit, can they?
Can they? Can they answer
shit?
The question?
We
Let
don't
us know in
buy
the comment
players.
section underneath. Yeah, I'm open to speculation on this. Anyone have any insight into this whatsoever? Is it just he's trying to bed them in? They've had a go and he's not quite seen what he wants. So it's like back to the tactics board, so to speak. Like I don't know. If you know any better, please do let us know. We're gonna have some score predictions, but first and finally, at the end of our 3-week run of Love, Follow, Conquer competitions, Dave, camera at the ready, right here. Much like the 2 weeks that preceded it, you've got to go on the lovefollowconquer.com website, find out what this smashing item is called.
It is lovely, isn't it?
It is indeed. And tweet the name of it to @the Redmen TV and @lovefollowconquer. Be careful on the spelling of that. It's Love Follow Q. It ends with a Q and an R because Twitter names can only be so long. And tweet us to both of them, and don't forget to follow Love Follow Conquer as well on Twitter. So if you win, they can DM you with details of how you can win the prize, which this week in our Christmas special is £50 worth of credit for their website. Absolutely fantastic. So please do get involved. As I say, free to enter, so why not have a bash? Anyway, fantastic. Oh, also I have to mention the Justice Collective single for He Ain't Heavy was released on Monday. If you haven't bought it already, do so now. Text Justice to 810 on your mobile, get it sent through. I believe it's £1 if you text
and I
it.
believe you have to download, otherwise it doesn't count in the singles chart as well.
So do that.
Make sure you download it, and if you've got more than one phone, use both. Download it twice.
And they make great stocking fillers.
Yes, texts.
The hard copy,
you fucking tight ass. Christmas in the Sutton house. Love you, mum. Beep, 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 beep. Oh wow, another text. Just what I always wanted, James. Sorry, it's just took out. No, you can buy a hard copy in HMV and all good stores. Apparently not Tesco's, which probably speaks volumes of Tesco's. I've read on Twitter anyway. I've probably just slandered one of the biggest chains in the country based on no information whatsoever, but isn't that what social media's for? Anyway, no, please do buy it for Christmas, buy it for all your friends and family, for a phenomenal cause. We need to get this single to #1 in the charts. And as I say, think about it this way, if you're watching this on YouTube, you're watching this for free, you probably watch a lot of our stuff for free. Consider this some small token of payment back for it. Go and buy the single. Buy loads. Apparently, if you go into HMV, you can buy up to 20 copies you're allowed to buy, and it counts towards it. But any more than that, and they're not allowed to register it, basically. So buy loads, but don't go wild in one individual. Sit and walk out the door, swap hats and coats, come back, buy another 20, go for it. Like, but yeah, you know, basically, I actually quite like James Arthur. I quite like the X Factor, but in this instance, I don't want him to get anywhere near the number one spot over Christmas. We want it to be the Justice Collective, so make sure that happens. Right, back to Liverpool. Score predictions. James Sutton, what is the score going to be? 2-0 to Liverpool. Obviously.
No, come on a Liverpool-based chat thing and say.
That's the best way anyone's ever described the Redmen.
My brain.
For any more PR and marketing inquiries on the Redmen TV, please do direct to the James Sutton on Twitter. Yes, thanks very much, mate.
You can use that bit as your clip.
That is going to be. That's it. Yeah.
Instead of Rafa Benitez, you're watching the Redmen TV. You can have me going. It's an internet-based chat thing.
You can. Okay, brilliant. 2-0. Dad, what do you think the score's going to be?
I'll do 2-0 as well.
Okay.
An own goal and Suarez.
Specific.
Very, I like it.
I like it. I think it's going to be 2-2.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Not feeling it this week, or are you playing? Are you anti-jinxing?
I'm trying to anti-jinx a little bit. You know me too well.
Only 2-1.
I predicted a win every week of the season. I'm going to change it at some point.
Yeah, and I'm gonna basically I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but I would be very happy with a 1-0 win just to get back on track. I don't care how it's done. If Dimitar Berbatov tries a languid overhead kick and it spoons off his foot and into his own net somehow, I'd take that very, very well. Please do let me know your score predictions. Either leave a comment underneath or tweet us at the Redmen TV. Right, we're going to move on and we're going to discuss